What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. If you guys are returning, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for coming back to this video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you guys for liking me enough to come back to watch another video. If you guys are new, hi, I am Soleil, and on this channel I do like a lot of fun drag transformations and really cool makeup tips, makeup hacks. Girl, your girl does it all. Before we go ahead and jump into this video, I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to this channel because I would love to have you guys a part of the family. We are almost at 400 subscribers, and it means the world to me that you guys are actually clicking that subscribe button. So thank you guys so very much. Today we're gonna go ahead and do this lavender, really cool, kind of like glitter half cut crease situation. Still very grungy, still very Soleil, but also very gorgeous. I like doing looks that kind of teeter between grungy and like, you know, weird, but also still having glam. So I guess it's like really grunge glam. I don't know. Do you guys like it? Before we begin into this video, please give it a thumbs up if you guys like it already. I mean, if you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and leave down in the comment section down below if you guys are feeling this look, because I am feeling it a ton. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling and go ahead and get up into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and do one eye off camera and show you guys how to do the other eye on camera. Let's go. All right, you guys, as you guys can see, I did one eye off camera. I'm gonna bring you guys this beautiful, gorgeous, half cut crease glitter smoky eye. I don't know what to call this. I don't know what the title of this video is gonna be. It's gonna be something great, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I got this eye. So what y'all think? Just imagine with the other one on and like the contours and highlights on. It's gonna look amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain exactly how to get this eye on this side. All right, so as you guys can see, I brought you guys in a little bit closer, and the first shade we're gonna go into is a pink shade from the Alexis Stone palette. So we're gonna go ahead and dip into this pink shade and use this as our transition shade to blend all the other colors into. I'm gonna create a triangle shape, so I'm gonna wing this out as I stamp it. And now we're gonna go ahead and bring it over our covered eyebrow. Be very careful that you don't do any scrubby motions right here because you will dig up your eyebrow. I've done this so many times, so many mistakes. So make sure you just dip it in and you start to pat it on like that. Just pat it. All right, so now that we have that pink kind of winged out and bluffed all over our eye as our transition shade, we're gonna go in with the darker shade. So I'm gonna go in with this like burgundy shade here at the bottom. It's like the last row in the pink row on the Alexis Stone palette. And I'm gonna blend that right under the pink shade that we just put down. And I'm gonna slowly blend it into the pink, creating a gradient. Y'all know I like creating gradients. That's like my favorite word to say is gradient. Doesn't it just kind of rolls off the tongue? Gradient. I love saying the word gradient. Okay, let's go ahead and just blend this in here. I'm gonna stop for a moment. All right, so now that we have that pink, that burgundy, we're gonna go a little bit deeper, and as you guys know, we're gonna go in with some purple. So we're gonna go ahead and take this Alexis Stone palette again. We're gonna dip into the purple shade. We're gonna go into the darkest purple. Since we're making a gradient from light to dark, we wanna make sure that we go into the dark purple and get up into this crease, okay? We're gonna focus that on the outer V, and we're gonna really focus it like below basically the burgundy shade that we just put down. You also want to flick out like that. We are now going to go back into that shade with the pink shade on it to blend everything together to get more of a smooth, seamless blend. Just like that. Cool, so for the next shade, we're gonna go into some black, but okay, so the Alexis Stone palette's black is kind of like a more dark stone colored gray. It looks black, but it's not as black as I want it to be. So we're gonna go ahead and dip into the James Charles palette and use the shade Spooky because that is a real true black and it really, really deepens up the crease, like amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Spooky and we're gonna focus it right here. And we're gonna literally just keep it right in the eye socket. We're gonna just blend it right in the eye socket right here. We're also gonna take this shadow, we're gonna also kind of flick it out a little bit to kind of create more of a dramatic wing. We're gonna go back to that shade that had the purple in it, and we're gonna just blend the black and the purple together. Go back into that brush with all the pinks and purples on it, with the light pinks and the burgundy. We're just gonna blend that out. Bada bang, bada bing. All right, so now that we have the colors kind of laid down, we're gonna go ahead and cut the crease. But then we'll want some Kryolan Clown White, and we're gonna go ahead and start to carve out the crease. And let's go. I like to start by stamping it on the lid first, like here. You see that? And now what I do is I look up. You see that transfer it did? See that? That's where we know we want to continue it. All right, so now that we have that cream laid down, we're gonna go ahead and set that in place. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Flashback from the James Charles palette. It is a white shade. It's gonna just go ahead and set that in place so that when we put our glitter adhesive on, it won't like slip around. I've tried just going straight in without setting this with a glitter primer, and it just creases up. It looks really weird. So you definitely want to use either like a translucent setting powder or white. And I want it to be as white as possible. So I'm gonna go in with the white eyeshadow to set the white base. All right, so now that we have that set in place with the eyeshadow, I'm gonna go ahead and take some NYX glitter primer. It's one of my favorite primers. Here it is right here. It is crusty and dusty like a lot of my other products, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the back of my hand. Go ahead and just dab into that like this. You wanna make sure you do thin layers of this, because if you make the layer too thick, then it will mix with the shadow we just put down and start to clump up. So just make sure that you like, when you wipe into the glue, that you literally kind of like do both sides like that. And then you make the tip of the brush really thin, and then it's easier to like kind of move around. Cool, now that that's laid down, I'm gonna go ahead and take some glitter. Go ahead and dip my brush into it. We've been using the same brush for everything. All right, so now that we have the glitter laid down, I'm gonna go back into our Alexis Stone palette, and we're gonna go ahead and start to blend this outer portion, our outer V, into that glitter to make it look more seamless. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that burgundy shade that we used before. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into it, and we're just gonna honestly just stamp it right at the corner of it. So I'm gonna literally put it here and start to stamp. And as you can see, it's slowly starting to fade into that pinkish glitter, right? It's little stuff like this, little detail work like this that really makes the makeup really pop, stand out. So if you can honestly just take your time and just like, you know, get your little drink, listen to some music, and just take your time with this stuff, it'll really, really pay off at the end. You know, when I first started doing dry, I used to just want to get it done, and like I'll really rush through it, and then things will come out sloppy, or I'll get really upset if I mess up on a step. But if you just sit down and actually take your time with it and like think about what you're gonna do and do it, I'm telling you, it'll just turn out a lot better. So just take your time with this stuff if you have time. If you gotta be at a gig really quickly, I mean, hurry up. But I mean, like, for the most part, you can take your time. Like, you ain't gotta like rush. And we're gonna like do that. So now that burgundy shade is blending into the glitter. Okay, so now that we have that blending into the glitter, we're gonna create more of a gradient, and we're gonna take some black now. So I'm gonna take this little like bullet fluffy brush, I would say, like a smaller type fluffy brush, and we're gonna put the black right on the farthest outer V and blend it into that burgundy shade. We're using black, my favorite color. Like that. I also want to take this shade and also kind of like start to pre-line my eye. So I'm gonna take this and let me just kind of like bring the shadow in here a little bit. Ooh. All right, you guys, now that we have that blended out, looking really nice, looking nice and fresh, nice and cute, nice and cool, we're gonna go in with some liquid eyeliner. This is the e.l.f. liquid liner, my favorite liquid liner out right now. Actually, my favorite liquid liner ever. Cool, so now that that liner is on, we're gonna move down to our lower lash line, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my CC Beauty Flash Palette. I like to wave it around, so I don't want you guys to see exactly how dirty it is. I'm gonna take the Flash Palette and take this angled brush, and I'm gonna dip into the black cream paint. I'm just gonna get really, really, really close to my waterline. Adding black to the waterline or the lower lash line really makes the eye look really sultry and sexy. So I always say, listen, if the look calls for it, make sure you start off with black and then blend whatever color that you want into that. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about right here. So we're gonna take this shadow, this cream, I wanna literally just put it right close to the waterline. We're gonna connect it to the wing. Cool, so now that we have that down there, we're gonna take this bullet brush, we're gonna start to just smudge that out. And if your mouth isn't open like this, you're doing it wrong. Your mouth has to be open. Hello. I don't know, every time I do my lower lash line, my mouth is open, so like, y'all don't be like judging me. There's a gnat flying around here, so hopefully the gnat doesn't fly in my mouth and call it a new home. Cool beans, so as you guys can see, that's done now. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna take this fluffy brush here. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my Alexis Stone palette. I'm gonna take that burgundy shade. I'm gonna literally blend that into the black. I also like to dip it to the black. So we're gonna, instead of using the James Charles black, we're gonna go ahead and use, actually, no, we are gonna use the James Charles black because that black is blacker. Okay, so we're gonna dip it to the black shade called Spooky. And we're gonna spook our lower lash line a little bit more. And I think we can take actually a fluffier brush now and go ham with the burgundy shade. Guys, we're almost there. All right, so before I put my lash on, I like to go in and do my eyebrow because of the fact that my lashes gets in the way, I feel like, even though it's kind of farther up. I don't know, it works for me. So I already have a rough outline of how my brow shape is gonna be. We're gonna take that James Charles palette, dip it to the shade Spooky, and go ahead and fill in my brows. Oh, before we actually move on to this eyebrow portion, I just want to say, if you guys made it this far and you guys are not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you guys a part of this family. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video, because I do not want you guys to miss out on all this greatness. I started this YouTube channel because when I first started doing drag, I did not have anyone to look up to online that was a person of color to understand exactly what type of products to buy, how to get different types of drag looks for my skin tone, different eye shapes. So I created my channel to help anyone out there who was struggling with makeup. I got you, okay? Hopefully I can be that for you, literally. I wanna be that person for you to give you guys some great content. Cool, so now that we have the brow basically filled in, I like to create eyebrow hair-like strokes, kind of like how you see on this side. One of my good friends who I worked with, her name is Amber, she gave me this really cool brow product. It's called Stroke-A-Brow. I know you queens out there know how to stroke or whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and use Stroke-A-Brow. It has a really fine tip and it's really good for giving you that hair-like effect. So I'll leave this product link down in the description box because honestly, it's a goodie, it's amazing. Do you see that? Like, it literally works wonders. Like, it's amazing. Like, guys, come on now. Yes. This is the part we're gonna add some detail. We're gonna take some Kryolan Clown White or any cream white paint that you have. We're gonna go ahead and start to really bring back an eyebrow highlight. I know what you're thinking, like, dang, Brian, that's crazy. Now you have a harsh line right there. Honey, that is what blending is for. I mean, come on. So we're gonna take our finger and we're gonna blend it out. Be careful because we are over our covered eyebrow here. Just be super careful that you don't disrupt that. We're gonna dip into a pink shade, our first pink shade. And we're gonna just literally blend it, y'all. Now it's time to really, really change the whole look. The eyes are the windows to your soul. In order for me to complete my full drag transformation, I love putting in contacts. So let's go ahead and put in our Desio lenses. right, you guys, that is both eyes complete. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face on camera for you guys, but the rest of this video will be a speed through. So sit back, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, put on some headphones, and enjoy the rest of the tutorial. Let's go.
Drunk. I've never seen you clearer than now. We're flying high, floating somewhere up in the clouds. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're like wheels that won't stop turning. So take me on a trip, 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 now trip, trip, trip. Oh, flick that switch, kill the lights. Oh, wasted. City lights are shining so bright. All these empty faces, we don't care about them tonight. We're going out of ourselves, can you feel it? Almost like I don't know if it's real, cause when we're doing our thing, we're the wheels that won't stop turning. I know we're acting stupid, we're being dumb, maybe just a little bit foolish, but I feel so young. Just go a little crazy and lose it. I don't care if we're dumb, it's the only way we know how to do it. You make me feel so young. I know we're acting stupid.
All right, you guys, that is it for this makeup look. This is my grungy lavender, you know, purple half cut crease glitter situation. I had so much fun creating this look. I feel so amazing. I've worn this dress on my channel so many times, you guys. It's like one of my favorite dresses, and it goes with like a lot of my stuff, so that's why you see it again. But this is the look. This wig is an Amazon wig, so it is a little bit wiggy, but I mean, like, you know,
let me slide, bitch, let me slide.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up because it helps me out a ton. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hello. If you've made it this far, you should be subscribed. Also, don't forget to go ahead and click that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. I love you guys all so very much, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Bye.